Hey, this is Shaun from Middle Age Queers, California's premier old and gay punk rock band. So I want to talk to you about Berzerk and their 30-year anniversary. So let's flash back to 1999. The spot for all ages shows in San Francisco was the Club Cocodrie. It was a bar that for some reason didn't have to abide by the law that underage couldn't be in bars, or maybe they just didn't care. No idea. But I too was underage and would spend many a Saturday at their matinee shows that contained like a dozen bands. FYP came through on one of those occasions, and some fellow local teenagers in a band called the Jocks were opening, and that was the show that I first discovered Berzerk. Though I'll admit I missed half of their set because I was down the street procuring whippets from one of the many adult bookstores that adorned the area. I was pretty loaded back then. I missed a lot of stuff, but I got to see some of it. Then a few months later, Berzerk came back to the Bay Area and played with my old band, The Cost, at Burnt Ramen. For some context for younger folks, Berzerk was a Portland band on the highly esteemed Recess Records. Now, Recess had releases spanning from like such mega superstars like the Dwarves, Future Virgins, Spin the Bottle, and more. We were on a lowly local imprint called Lookout Records with bands like Brent's TV and the Mopes. Unfortunately, Lookout Records never had any bands that reached commercial success, and ultimately the label shuttered around the same time that my band ended. Both now relegated to the dustbins of musical obscurity. But that night in 1999, we shared the stage in Richmond, California with West Coast royalty. My band ended, but Berzerk and Recess Records forged on. So now flash forward 25 years later, and my new band, Middle Age Queers, finds itself opening for Berzerk at the Recess Romp, reveling in the sweat and beauty of punk rock ridiculousness. Renewing a friendship that night in San Pedro. And I just want to say that I, along with the rest of the Middle Age Queers, cannot wait to see what the next 30 years of Berzerk look like.